The ancient Himalayan secret that brings dead clay soil back to life in just weeks. No chemicals, no cost. Dead clay soil, every gardener's nightmare. You water, you mulch, you fertilize, but it just sits there, lifeless and hard as brick. Yet deep in the Himalayan foothills, farmers discovered a secret that could awaken even the most exhausted soil, and they've used it for centuries without a drop of synthetic fertilizer. Their forgotten trick, a simple fermentation formula made from cow milk, herbs, and natural wood ash that transforms dead clay into fertile living earth in just a few weeks. And here's the best part. It's pure biology at work. No chemicals, no expensive additives, just nature doing what it does best. By the end of this guide, you'll know exactly how to mix, ferment, and apply this ancient soil-reviving tonic in your own garden, step by step. Why Himalayan farmers needed a miracle. High in the Himalayas, farmers faced the kind of soil most of us would give up on, thin, rocky, and starved of life, but through centuries of trial and error, they discovered a way to breathe microbial life back into dead soil, using what they already had. Milk from their cows, herbs growing wild, and ashes from their cooking fires. The science behind their method is simple yet profound. Fermenting milk releases lactic acid bacteria, microscopic workers that break down compacted clay, free trap nutrients, and convert organic matter into forms plants can instantly use. Add to that an herbal infusion rich in nitrogen, potassium, and micronutrients, and a dose of mineral-rich wood ash, and suddenly, lifeless dirt turns into living, breathing soil. It's not myth or folklore, it's microbial engineering at its most natural. The science of fermented milk, life in a bottle. When fresh cow milk is fermented with yogurt, sugar, and air, something magical happens. It becomes a living brew filled with lactobacillus, a type of beneficial bacteria that acts like a soil probiotic. These bacteria multiply rapidly, feeding on sugars and producing enzymes and acids that unlock locked nutrients in the soil. They digest organic waste, decompose crop residues, and convert stubborn minerals like phosphorus into plant-available food. What chemical fertilizers do forcefully, this living tonic does gently and sustainably, reawakening the soil's own natural fertility systems. Okay, so here's how to make your fermented milk base exactly right. First, take 1 liter of fresh cow milk. Pasteurized is totally fine if that's what you have on hand. Next, add about 240 milliliters of plain yogurt. This is what introduces those live cultures we need. Now, stir in 50 grams of sugar or molasses. This is going to feed the bacteria. Mix everything thoroughly, cover the container loosely so gases can escape, and then let it ferment at room temperature for about 24 to 48 hours. Once the liquid turns sour and starts to separate just a bit, your fermentation is complete. This is your concentrate, rich, potent, and absolutely full of microbial life. Before you apply it, you'll want to dilute it at a 1:10 ratio. That's 1 part concentrate to 9 parts water. For example, you can mix 1 liter of fermented milk with 9 liters of clean water. This 10% solution is just the right strength to boost your soil microbes without harming roots or leaves. Brewing the herbal infusion, nature's nutrient booster. While the milk ferments, you can prepare the second pillar of the Himalayan formula, the herbal infusion. Himalayan farmers used whatever green plants grew around them, nettle, comfrey, or wild greens, because they're naturally high in nitrogen, trace minerals, and plant hormones. To make your own nutrient-rich herbal tea, gather 1 kilogram of fresh green material, like nettles or comfrey. They work perfectly. Place it in a 10-liter container, then fill it up with clean water, cover it loosely, and let it ferment for 7 to 14 days, giving it a good stir once every day. You'll know it's ready when it smells strong and earthy. Strain out the solids and keep the liquid. It's your concentrated herbal feed. Just like the milk solution, you'll want to dilute it before use at a 1:10 ratio for soil drenching, or, for a gentle foliar spray, go with a 1:20 ratio. Wood ash, the forgotten mineral key. The third ingredient is pure wood ash, not charcoal or coal ash. Wood ash is loaded with calcium, potassium, and trace minerals that strengthen plant roots and help balance soil pH. But, use it wisely, because too much can make your soil alkaline. Here's the safe formula. Use 100 grams of wood ash per square meter of soil. Just lightly scatter it and mix it into the top few centimeters of soil. That means, for example, 1 kilogram of ash for 10 square meters, 10 kilograms for 100 square meters, and 100 kilograms for 1,000 square meters. Alright folks, always check your soil's pH first. If it's already above 7.5, you might want to skip or reduce the ash. It's a simple step, but trust me, it makes a big difference. Now, let's bring it all together with the Himalayan revival formula. This is where the magic happens, folks. Once both the milk and herbal brews are properly fermented and diluted, you'll want to combine them in equal parts just before application. So, for instance, mix 5 liters of the diluted milk solution with 5 liters of the diluted herb infusion. It's that simple. When it comes to using the formula, apply roughly 5 liters of the final blend per square meter of soil. You can do this either as a soil drench or by spraying it across the surface before planting. Now, for different garden sizes, here's what you need. For 10 square meters, you'll need 50 liters of the total mixture. For 100 square meters, that's 500 liters. And for 1,000 square meters, you're looking at 5,000 liters. It's all about getting the right amount for your garden's needs. Alright folks, here's what you should expect. You'll want to apply early in the morning or late afternoon when the sun is gentle. Make sure to repeat this every 2 to 4 weeks during the growing season. And believe me, within just a few weeks, you'll witness a transformation. Richer soil, deeper green leaves, stronger roots, and a visible increase in soil moisture retention. Now, let's talk about why this outperforms compost tea. Compost tea is fantastic for maintaining long-term soil health, but it tends to work slowly. The Himalayan fermented mix, on the other hand, is fast-acting. It's designed to kickstart microbial activity in dead or compacted soils, where life has vanished. Think of it as soil CPR. It brings your soil back from the dead almost instantly, and once life is restored, compost tea and organic mulches can take over to maintain balance. Alright, here are some tips for safe and effective use. Keep your fermented liquids in a cool, dark place to preserve microbial life. If the smell gets strong, don't worry, it's just active fermentation at work. You'll want to avoid spraying on leaves during rainy or humid days to prevent mold. And, remember, more isn't better. Overusing ash can actually do more harm than good. Once per season is plenty unless, a soil test suggests otherwise. Reviving soil, restoring balance. This forgotten Himalayan soil revival trick isn't just an old farmer's secret, it's a living example of sustainable agriculture in action. It really shows how natural fermentation can rebuild what chemicals destroy, how microbes can turn plain old dirt into living ecosystems, and how you can regenerate your soil without spending a cent on synthetic fertilizers. When you apply this method, you're not just feeding your plants, you're restoring balance to the land. You're continuing a centuries-old practice of harmony between nature and cultivation. If you found this guide valuable and you're ready to breathe life back into your soil, make sure to subscribe to Crop Corner, hit that like button, and share this video with other gardeners. Together we can keep ancient agricultural wisdom alive and help every patch of soil thrive again, naturally.